Hey there. So today I want to talk about building a team. And mind you, we're still in the bootstrapping phase because obviously, if you do not have the needed funding to pay people, then obviously you still want to work with a team because, hey, building a business is not a solo journey, but it's a team thing. You need a people to support you in building that business, right? Even if you're starting solo, it gets to a point where you're going to bring people in. How do we find these people and what kind of people do we bring in into our business? I'm going to share what I did and I hope that it will help somebody also. All right. Even if you're building the simplest business of all right. When I talk about even if you're employing somebody to be at your shop or even be at your convenience shop, right? It's still a business for you. So what kind of people do you want to employ when you are starting off? If you want to know more, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. All right. And let's grow together. All right. Stay tuned. Yeah. So you're ready to build a team, even if it's a founding team or people that you're going to work with from the very first point. That is when you are starting the business. Okay. Or when you are ready to introduce business into it. So it's still a fresh one that has not got business. Even if you are in the ideation state and you are bringing founders in, what do you do? What I did, first of all, is to analyze the idea, right? Look at the idea that you want to implement. So I'm looking at the idea I want to implement. I want to see what skills do I need to implement this idea. Okay. So if I'm putting up a fashion store, I need people that can sell. I need people that understand sales. I need people that understand money because you're going to deal with money. You're going to deal with people come in, they pay, you might have to give them change. So they need to understand some bit of money or some bit of finance because it will take records as well. If I'm building an app, I need a web developer. Do I have that skill? So you want to look at, okay, if I'm building an app, I need a web developer. I still need salespeople at the sales skill, right? People who can sell. Okay. So whatever you're doing, if you offer gardening services, obviously need a skill in gardening. Okay. If you want to offer a mobile cleaning services, then you need skills in cleaning, right? So you want to assess the idea and get to understand what skills do you need to implement this idea. Now, when you have done that assessment, now you want to look at yourself because you are starting the business. You have the idea. Have an introspection and get to understand what skills do I possess? What skills do I possess? For me, after looking at what I needed, because we're building an app for the care industry, if some of you have seen in my previous videos. And then in that introspection, I look at myself, I have the idea, but I'm not a web developer or I'm not a mobile app developer. I do not have the skill in development. As a business analyst or as a process analyst, I can tell you all the things and even come up with prototypes and mock-ups and wireframes for what I want to see, but I cannot code and build it. Okay. So I need a web developer. So what are you building? Have a self introspection, look at the skills that you possess. And then when you have done that, you can now look back at the analysis you did before and look at, take it off. I need these skills. On the individual level, I have these ones. I do not have these ones. When you have done that, now let's take the skills that we do not have and look at that and see that which of these skills are critical to running the business. If I'm opening a fashion store, then obviously I need a sales attendant. Critical to running the business if I'm not going to be there most of the time. I need somebody who will be there most of the time to take care of the sales and everything in the fashion store. Right? If I'm opening a gardening services, I need myself if I'm a gardener and I need my tools to start as a one-man person, right? Do I have the skills? If I have the skills, that's fine. If I have the skills in gardening, but I do not know something about landscaping, but I want to add that to my service, then you need somebody who can do the landscaping to be part. So you want to analyze, okay, in terms of criticality, these are the skills I possess. These are the skills I do not have. The skills I do not have, you want to list them and say, these are critical to running the business now. In terms of the ones that are critical to running the business now, can I outsource these skills? If I can outsource, do I have the needed capital or the needed funding to pay them if I outsource these skills? If you do not have the needed capital to outsource it, then how do I get people that have these skills in to support in building this business or turning this idea into a reality, right? So if we're building an app, I need a web developer for myself. Not being in the sales front for over my career, I need somebody that can push on the sales level as well. I mean, we can learn to do that, but I wanted to move fast. So I need somebody that can push on the sales. That's for me. Okay. And learn from that person whilst we are pushing in the sales aspect. For you, if you need a sales attendant, cool. The other thing I want to say in this is that don't go for people that have only one skill on your critical skill list. Go for people that have multiple skills on the critical skill list. Okay. So even if it's a sales attendant, you just don't need somebody who just come and sit at the till and then watch people come in and take whatever they want. They come to the till, pay, and walk out. You need a sales attendant that can do reselling. So somebody comes in, is looking for this product, but does not find the product and comes to ask the sales attendant. Will the sales attendant be able to turn things around and say that, oh, we do not have this product, but we have this that is equally good. So I try this product and it will work as well. Or the person will just say, we do not have this product, does not have the sales acumen to help your business grow. Okay, does not even know how to deal with money and cannot provide people with good balance when they pay in cash. Right, so you need to have people that have multiple skills on your critical skill list so that you're not bringing in a lot of people with individual skills into the team at that starting point. Okay, so me, then I need to get a web developer. I need to get a salesperson. The salesperson should not just be sales, but will understand products, so have some kind of product management knowledge. In terms of having some product management knowledge, also has some kind of leadership, has some kind of tenacity and resilience as well, to be able that when I am losing it, or when I am not picking things up, he can say, hey, we can still do this, let's pick it up. So you need people like that to push you through. Okay, so look at that critical skill list and look for people that have multiple skills on that critical skill list to join your team, and it will do you good. And what I want to say here is that don't just focus on your skills only, but focus on mindset is key in the initial stages of a business. As a startup, you should be able to build as fast as you can and get on the market as fast as you can. So you need people to understand this startup mentality so that if it will work, we make sure it will work and then we work on it. If it will not work, we're able to determine it as quickly as possible and either pivot or let it go and move to something else. Okay, so find people that have that mindset to push through even when things are not working. People that have the mindset to say that, hey, we can work this out. We're not giving excuses. We're going to push it through and work as fast as we can within the shortest possible time and get this on the market. So don't just look for skill, but look for people that have the mindset to keep it going. People that are not just there only for the equity or for money because it has potential. And then because potential without scaling or potential without moving the business to that level will never reach its height or its height of making money, right? And therefore, you share the equity and it's something else. Okay. So look for people that have the mindset to keep going and build a business with you. And trust me, it will be hard to find these people, but when you find them, they are a gem to your company and it will be great and they will help you grow this business. And hey, you will do great. All right. So, yeah, just as a recap, have an analysis of the skills you need to build a business. Do an introspection to see what skills you yourself are bringing on board, and then list the critical skills that you need in the business. If you have money to outsource those, then fine. If you do not have money, Then find people that have multiple skills on the critical skill list that can bring those skills on board and help the business grow. And last, then, mindset is key. Find people that understand the business of startup. Startup is build fast, get on the market, get to understand if you are fit for the market or not. All right. And hey, if you do this, I believe you'll build a good team to get you going. Okay. So yeah, crack on with this and let's see how best you can grow. I'll see you later. Catch you on the other side. And hey, tell them we are coming. Hey.